What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720 back with another video. No intro, nothing fancy. We're gonna get straight to the point right here. So the Xbox Series S, earlier today, the price has been leaked. I did a video about this maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago when Target, came out and accidentally leaked the price of $299. They had it in a SKU. One of the employees, showed the SKU. It was called the Xbox Series S Part 2 and had it down as for $299. Looks like Microsoft, even are going to have an official, I don't think a presentation, but maybe like a little press release or something for the Series X and the Xbox Series X. There are several publications already talking about it, but we can, shout out to Windows Central, shout out to Jazz. But anyway, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S release date and price finally revealed. Microsoft is set to hold a press event soon to showcase the next-gen console's pricing, and it's pretty familiar. The Xbox Series S console design finally leaked, and this is here. And it looks like an Xbox Series S or Xbox One X. You have this, I don't know what you want to call it, it's a fan, but it does look like a speaker. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a speaker. I'm not gonna say I'm not a big fan of the design, but as long as it works, that's the most important thing, right? As we also how they know it's diskless, so it's all digital. It says we can confirm that the Xbox Series X is $299 and the Xbox X is $499. The Xbox Series X S and the Xbox Series X will launch on November 10th, 2020. It says it's long been rumored that Microsoft was working on two consoles for next generation, aiming to claim both ends of the market, the low and the high end. And to be, like I said, like I'm going to say, the Xbox Series S will be Microsoft's #1 selling console. It's cheaper. Kids getting their first console for Christmas, $300. Parents are not going to turn that down. And to be honest, right, the most important thing, I know the Xbox doesn't have any quote-unquote AAA big exclusives launching at launch, right? But as long as it's, how you say, the games look better graphically than what we just had, you know what I mean? And the Xbox One and the PS4 Pro, it's not going to be, that's not going to be an issue. People are going to flock to it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're not going to get 4K 60 and all this other stuff. So it gives you 1080p 60 because, if I'm not mistaken, I know they're going to go more into it. It has the same CPU that's in the Xbox Series X. You know what I mean? You're not going to get a native 4K, but it'll upscale the 4K. I want to see how games look graphically on this thing. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing to me. Now you got places where you can, finance them. I'm not going to, but anyway, it says here, the Xbox Series just leaked via Brad Simpson, giving us a glimpse at Microsoft entry-level next-generation SKU. The Xbox Series S is small enough to fit inside the Xbox Series X. We expect it to be 4 teraflops RDNA and 2. Now, for people that were saying, you know what, it's 14 flops is quicker than the Xbox One X. No, that's not true. The Xbox One X and the PlayStation, that older, last generation, they're using what you call GCN. This here, they're using now, the new thing is RDNA 2. So, the Xbox One thing, the Xbox Series X, just on the CPU side alone, would dance circles around the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro. You know what I mean? So people said, oh, it's 14 flop. My X, no, it's not the same. Not even close. It's newer technology. You know what I mean? He said, making it roughly around as powerful as the Xbox One X. No, it's going to be a little bit more powerful, perhaps geared towards 1080p monitors. Now, again, let me say this again from the rip. It should be expect NVMe drives, many of the other newer next-gen features like fast resuming multiple games and ray tracing. That's one thing you can't do on the Xbox One X. Anyway, like I said, the most important thing, they're getting rid of those Jaguar cores, trash. What hindered this generation, you know what I mean? Wargo Array and Neatman Jaguar core. So hopefully, going to the next generation, that console gamers can finally leave 30-frame games a thing of the past. Everything should be made like 60. Now, I don't expect to get native 4K 60 with ray tracing, but give us an option for a performance mode. You know what I mean? Give us the option. Or Now they touting 120 frames, this, that, and the other. But give us the option. This is what it looks like.
See it in its actual form for the first time.
I mean, this is, let me read this, because I don't need to hear what's talking. But this is what it looks like. Last month in Chicago, Target, if I'm not mistaken, started selling the Xbox Series S controller. Now the difference is you see the share button there in the middle, so you can share your stuff on social media, Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that. Me personally, I'm not going to even use that controller. I'm going to stick with my Elites. You know, I got a few of them here. I'm going to stick with the Elites. I use a lot of Elites. But yeah, for those that have been waiting for a price now, again, they need to go out and let pre-orders go up. I think both Microsoft and Sony waited far too long. You know, waited far too long to announce an official price and let gamers go out and pre-order these things. Let them pay on it. You know what I mean? This is already September. We got 2 months. You know what I mean? To pay on your console. You know what I mean? Traditionally, when when new consoles come out, they announce them at E3. Right after E3, you're able to go put $50 down at GameStop or whatever, Best Buy, and pay on them. You know what I mean? They waited too long, way too long. Both Microsoft and Sony was playing this this cat and mouse thing. Then boom, I don't know, here comes the video with these 40 T-flop cars for $500. They should just been and announced the price. Let the gamers go in there, pre-order these things, and start paying on them. You know, so I'm expecting Sony probably be somewhere next week or whatever the case may be. But $300 entry level points, and this will play your next generation games. I know EA, the next Battlefield is next generation only. And check this out, at $299, next year you probably get a price cut at $250. You know, you get the, you know what I mean? For those that care for the best, of course you're going to get the Xbox Series X. For those who don't really care, just want to play the games, this, that, and the other. A lot of people don't even have a 4K television. Hey, this is the console for you. You know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day, but this is dope though. You know what I mean? You know, but what I really want to see, I want to see what these multiplats look like. Actually, we haven't seen any of the big multiplats yet, really. We've seen a little bit of Duty, but like the Maddens, the 2Ks, Outriders, what I'm looking for. I know Marvel Avengers is getting the next generation upgrade. You know, we haven't seen any of those games, and I would love to see like what those games look like running on the Xbox Series S compared to the PS4. I'm sorry, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. First of all, I hate those names. I hate the name Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. It should have picked one another name. But anyway, this is your boy Next December 20. Let me know what you think. Which one would you be getting? Me personally, I will be getting the PlayStation 5 with the disc drive, and I will be getting the Xbox Series X. You know, depends what Maya wants for Christmas. You know, my daughter, my grandson, I will probably get her an Xbox Series S. But there's no right now. Well, they have a few games, probably like the medium when it's scoring, and those are the type of games that she's into. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But let me know what you think down below. This is your boy Next December 20. I'm out of here.